Hey, welcome back to Coronavirus Reality. Um, a number of people, I put up a link today. Well, I didn't post the link, I posted a message. I'm waiting for the admins to approve the link. But it was to a source for some N95 masks. The N95 respirators are what I prefer. They are what they use in the hospital, and as the name states, N95 they do block up to 95% of the particulate matter in the air, viruses and other things like that. The COVID-19 virus happens to be between 2 and 4 microns, and so this blocks down to around that level, to around 2 microns. This differs from the surgical mask. With surgical masks under tests have been shown to block up to 100 micron bacteria or viruses or what have you, particles in the air. And there are big differences. Surgical masks don't seal the same way. Even if they did stop, even if they're made of N95 material, they have openings in the side. They don't seal the same on your face. But anyway, so I wanted to go ahead. I got them in today, and I wanted to show them to you. So N95 masks vary. This one does not have an exhaust valve, but you don't have to have a valve in order to be an N95. One of the things you do have to have, this is kind of not as important as the thing I'm going to show you in a minute, you have to have face straps. No ear loops. They do not make as you can see there, NIOSH, which is the National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health. They're the ones that certify N95s. You cannot have an N95 certified by NIOSH unless you have these straps. Ear loops do not work. I don't care if the mask says N95. Another important thing to tell a true N95 is right here. Somewhere on the mask, or at least in the packaging instructions, you have to have the fact that it states N95, and you have to have that number you see there. Not that just that particular number. That's a number that was issued to the manufacturer from the NIOSH, okay, certifying that it is true and real. So let's put this down for a second. Let's zoom in on the screen over here, and I will show you. I'm going to blow it up a little bit. There we go. You can see a little better now. If you look there, you input that number. I'll show you again real quick. You input that number there into just Google TC84A5411, and it brings me to the CDC website, as you can see here. Let me move up a little bit. Yeah, see, CDC protection. This is actually on the CDC website, and what it does is it tells you right there that the schedule was 84A, and the approval code number is 541, which matches the mask. And it also says this was issued to manufacturer Make It Right Industries Incorporated, which shows on the mask. So this mask is validated by the NIOSH. This meets the standard for N95 particulate filtration. Now, if you see, it doesn't mean people can't fake this. If you put this on there and you see a number and you type it in, and let's say we did this and it didn't go to the CDC website, or it did go to the CDC website, and you saw the manufacturer was Get Her Done Productions, you would know that someone lifted the number for Get Her Done Productions and put it on this mask, which means that mask is not NIOSH certified. Now, what does that mean? Basically, the NIOSH sets up again that whole particular goal post there for 95% particulate filtration. So the issue here is, if you don't have that, then you're not guaranteed that it's 95%. And just to give you an example, there are N95s and there are things like KN95s. KN95s are simply made in China and certified in China. That's it. That's the big difference. You can have them be just as efficacious as an N95 made in America, or you can have them not be as efficacious. I will try to post this later, but I found a government institution did a test, because back in March, when we were running really low on PPE when this started, the CDC and the FDA approved the uses of KN95 masks, because that was all that was available. We ran out very quickly of our N95s. So what they did was they went through and they tested 12 different brands. And since that time, the FDA has actually issued they've pulled them some from the approval list because they didn't make muster. But basically, in the 12 that I saw, The filtration efficacy ranged from as low as 85% up to 96% for the KN95s. So even though the KN95s are not NIOSH approved, the majority of them still do way better than a surgical mask would. Okay, so it's kind of up to you. You're taking your chances, but it's not as bad as you might think. Still, you want to aim for the N95s. So these N95s I got from the website that I've many of you have asked about, and I've sent you to. I've said well over 24 links at this point. Once I get it posted, I highly suggest you guys go. But do the same thing when you order. When you order from this company, the one order I got in worked perfectly, and they're in New York. It came pretty fast. I have no reason to think they're not legit. And what they do is, the only caveat is that they will send you whatever's in stock. So you may get the same brand I did. You may get another brand. It doesn't matter. They're all NIOSH approved, according to what their website says. So they're just going to give you whatever they have on hand. But when you get it, certainly follow the numbers and check it out for yourself to validate it. I have no reason not to trust these people. Let me show you another mask that I got ordered from another company. Now this is like the Duckbill Mask, okay? And here it is. There is a metal clip in there to help mold around the nose, which you do need. It feels Duckbill, but look, it's got the two flaws that I mentioned. It's got ear loops, which means it won't fit on your face nearly as tight as the ones that have the headbands. And that's all we have for vetting right there, N95. Look over the whole mask. And the package didn't come with any certification either. Let me see here. This is the actual package I got. N95s, I don't see any. It's got a model number, but that KF202 doesn't mean anything. It wasn't issued and stuff. So anyway, and remember what I said, it doesn't have the NIOSH anywhere on there for the seal, because they specifically say they would never certify anything with the ear loop and stuff. So the problem is, if you put this kind of mask on, it fits differently. And the entire reason that an N95 is worth anything is that it fits on your face with a tight seal. And the only air you're able to take in comes through the mask. You can't take any air in through the side of your mask or over your nose or anything like that. All the air coming in rushes in through the mask. And you, the ones that have exhaust valves, you can breathe easier out of. The ones that don't, they're a little stuffier, not a whole bunch. But the point is, the only air you're getting access to comes straight through that entire filter. The whole mask is a filter. So that's why surgical masks don't work as well, because they don't have that sealant. You've got the sides wide open. That's why these cloth masks don't work as well as far as protecting you. Now, don't get me wrong, the masks work. They help to prevent you from getting other people sick. But if you're wearing a mask and you go into Walmart and nobody else there, or 20% of the people wearing them, you're protecting yourself from them. But these people are spreading, viral particles everywhere if they're asymptomatic or pre-symptomatic, and your mask is not taking care of you. It's not. Even now, there'll be other ones you can find that people will say, well, I have mine takes filters, you can put in them. Great. But the fact of the matter is, you're still taking in air through the side of the mask, which those filters are in the front of the mask. I have one of those too. I double mask everywhere I go. I'll put like one of these on and an N95 underneath, just to help to keep the outside clean. Any kind of particles I walk through, any micro droplets in the air, whatever they get on that exterior mask, they help the interior mask last longer. Anyway, but I just want to put this up. Like I said, that site, just continue to send me direct messages. I'll send more out until the admin says I can just post the link on there. And, order from them. And, vet it as soon as you get it. Just go onto Google, type in the number that you saw there. Again, the ID number that company has. It'll be different than this unless you get the same masks that I did, if you wind up with that. Do that, and it should lead you directly to a site that one of the options should be for the CDC site, and it will tell you that everything is all right. See, like right here, we'll go down a little bit more. Is the approval obsolete? No, which means it's current approval. Self-rescue or no. External. These are also called molded masks. The one that I have, they're called molded because they fit. They have a framework to them. And these other ones are, of course, called like Duckbill. They don't. They just kind of hug your face. So anyway, that's all. I just wanted to do a quick video to let everybody know. And if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.